Well, ahoy Cruise Nerds, and welcome back to DCL Cruise Nerd. So, we're getting ready for a hurricane. We are basically bunkered down now, at least the family and I are. We have everything that we need. Luckily, we got everything that we needed from Amazon, from Walmart. One of the things that we got was an emergency radio, which is something that we need. And we went ahead and charged it. Sorry, it is just in case we lose power and we need to listen to local officials. So we are trying to learn a little bit more about this emergency. And then something else that we got was some more batteries, just in case we need batteries for anything. Not too much of our stuff. We'll take batteries. We do have solar chargers, and we also have lamps. Most of them do take batteries, but they take the larger batteries, which luckily we were already prepared from last hurricane season in that regards, so we didn't have to worry about trying to find more batteries. But apparently when Mom and I went to go shopping for some last minute supplies the last few days, the batteries were actually going out of stock fast, but luckily we have some spares just in case we need those. But like I said, luckily we had some from last hurricane season, so we don't have to worry about too much of that. We're not expecting to lose power, hopefully, fingers crossed, but of course we cannot predict what's going to happen. Just like the hurricane could make a quick U-turn, it could make a drastic turn. It looks like it's going to stay somewhat of the same path. We are going to get very severe winds, I think around 100 miles an hour, roughly 75 to 100 miles an hour. From the last update that I checked, Milton is going to be south of Orlando, but it's still going to be at about a Category 4, Category 3, if I'm not mistaken. We are starting to get rain. The winds are somewhat picking up. It is light right now. And we're going to finalize any small items just to make sure everything is secure. But we made sure that like our AirPods are charged, our phone devices are charged, everything is charged, so we are prepared for the next 24-48 hours just in case. Like I mentioned, if we do lose power, hopefully not. And we already got our plants in and maybe one or two more, but just some minor things we have to get ready and make sure that we are set to go. We're going to put some more things in the garage. We moved around some things just so we are prepared. Now, cruise nerds, we are not evacuating, as you know, like my folks and I, we are staying put. I feel safe. My family feels safe. I know Anna and her husband are bunkered down as well, so they got all their supplies. Even if the hurricane season is a quiet one, you never know. Majority of this season has been pretty quiet. Atlantic Ocean has been pretty busy with the hurricanes, but they've been steering back into the ocean. Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton have been the first two real severe hurricanes that we have experienced, as well as the Carolinas and Georgia, a little bit of Georgia experienced Hurricane Helene. So you never know what could happen with these hurricanes. They could go either direction. They could towards the Gulf, they could go towards the Atlantic, they could go towards the Pacific, the oceans. Disney Cruise Line, as a lot of you probably are aware, Disney Cruise Line did cancel the cruise that was supposed to go out on October 11th due to the fact that with Hurricane Milton going over Central Florida and also Port Canaveral, the Port Canaveral authorities as well as the Coast Guard did make an official statement, I believe, saying that the port will be closed until at least Friday or Saturday. So Disney Cruise Line, the Disney Wish, will stay out at sea for an extra day, so they will not be coming in until at least Saturday, possibly Sunday. Of course, they do take the guests and crew's safety as number one priority. And then also, all the airports are officially closed, at least for today and tomorrow. Some are going to be reopening on Friday, of course, depending on damage. So, fingers crossed. But in the meantime, cruise nerds, I'm going to go watch some more updates and, of course, talk to family back in other parts of the country just so that they know that we are safe and we're bunkered down. So, Cruise Nerds, I will see y'all in just a few minutes. Bye for now. Well, Ahoy Cruise Nerds, so I know this one I'm just like talking about preparedness and giving you all Cruise Nerds about an update. Sometime in the last hour, the last update about the location of Hurricane Milton was about 100 miles out from landfall. So we still got several hours before it touches down on the west coast, south of Tampa. So in a way, thank goodness that it has moved south. So Tampa does not get any more damage than it already has. But hopefully, we don't lose power. Cruise Nerds, just send pixie dust our way. So we got all of our snacks. Luckily, I know this is probably not a good time to joke, but luckily we have not jumped into the snacks yet. Normally, some of us have already jumped into the snacks, but now we are just waiting out, seeing if Milton decides to change course any more than he already has. So right now we're just getting rain and praying that we don't lose power and we don't get much damage. So Cruise Nerds, now if you are in Florida, Cruise Nerds, and you are in the path of the storm, please make sure that you are bunkered down. Please make sure that you have all the necessities you have at this point, because everything is now closed. At this point, all the stores and everything closed either last night or early this morning. And now we're just playing the waiting game. And I know that Disney has their ride-out cruise, and I believe Universal has their ride-out cruise. Everybody has their ride-out cruise for the theme parks. And so to the ride-out cruise, thank y'all for what y'all do to keep the guests safe on properties. Also, I think I mentioned this earlier, but of course the Disney Wish is going to stay out another day due to this storm, and waiting for the local officials over at Port Canaveral as well as Coast Guard to let them know when they are allowed in back to Port Canaveral. I was watching the port cam. The waters are starting to pick up there. So it's starting to get serious. And I'm starting to get a little antsy just because it's been a few years since we've had this major category type storm. All the other ones have been like tropical storm or just rain. So in years past, I'm not talking about Hurricane Helene, I'm talking about years previous. But anyways, Cruise Nerds, just gonna stop it here. I'm gonna wrap up this vlog for this one, and I will do possibly more vlogs in the next few days. So Cruise Nerds, everyone stay safe out there. I'm sending pixie dust your way if you are in Florida, and also Cruise Nerds, if you are across the states, just keep Florida in your thoughts and send pixie dust our way so we can stay safe from this storm. Alright, Cruise Nerds, see y'all in the next vlog.